The #1 donor so far this year is the Las Vegas Sands. Nearly $12 million donated, and 100% of it to the Republican Party. $10 million of it comes by way from the Sands CEO Sheldon Adelson. Now, Adelson is the billionaire who spent $5 million keeping Newt Gingrich's campaign alive when it was on life support. Most of his money is being given to political action committees that support Republican candidates, not directly to the candidates. #2, a name you know well, Goldman Sachs. The banking giant has donated nearly $5 million this season, but has long been in the political donation business. No financial company has contributed as much money or as consistently as Goldman Sachs, which has given $39 million since 1989. This time around, 71% of donations are going to Mitt Romney. But in 2008, Goldman Sachs was the second biggest contributor to President Obama's campaign. Just this year, the company has spent over $1.3 million on lobbying efforts. So how is all this influence peddling working out for them? Pretty well, if you consider that Goldman Sachs received $10 billion in taxpayer bailout money in October of 2008. #3 on this year's list, cable company Comcast, which now owns NBC, climbing up to nearly $3 million in 2012. Their contributions are a combination of employee contributions along with political action funds. Yes, Comcast has its own PAC. But notice that aside from the contributions to the presidential race, Comcast has spent substantially more on its lobbying efforts this year. 3 times in the past 12 years, Comcast has been one of the largest corporate political donors in the country. #4 on this year's list is AT&T. Already in this cycle, the telecom giant has poured $2.5 million into the campaigns, 65% going to Republicans. Of course, that total number pales in comparison to the whopping $7 million the company has spent on lobbying efforts just in 2012. That number, by the way, the largest of any publicly traded company. Finally, the 5th largest political contributor this season is kind of a surprise, DreamWorks Animation. The total amount donated $2.3 million, 99% of those donations to the Democrat Party. It's a bit surprising because DreamWorks Animation is a relatively small business with just about 2,100 full-time employees and a $1.6 billion market capitalization. Most of the movie production company's contributions, $2.1 million, which is about 90% of the donations, support outside spending groups, including PACs, instead of the individual campaigns. But in reality, when you break down those numbers, almost all of the support is from the CEO, Jeffrey Katzenberg, who became one of the largest donors in the country after giving $2 million to Priorities USA Action. It's an organized committee committed to the re-election of President Obama. So what you need to know is that both the Republican and the Democrat parties are in a mad rush to outspend each other on this campaign.